So, ladies and gentlemen, here we're going to do a little bit of CanCon for you tonight. We're very lucky with Gold Ship talking about CanCon movies, but this guy basically was so Canadian when he came out and so BC rock and roll that we're still benefiting from his talent since his disco years. Like, he started off pretty well as a disco artist. I know it's kind of Let Me Take You Dancing. But this song is so horny and so much like a country song, and it was offered to two very diverse artists that have nothing to do with CanCon or Canadian rock music. It just bizarre even to bring it up. So in the early 1980s, if you had a faithful girlfriend, you saw somebody at the bar or the dance, especially as a teen, that could be a little bit better, and you eventually were juggling both of them, this song was your theme song. It's called Run to You by Bryan Adams. Now, the video for this is a link to the other videos from the Reckless album, Summer of '69 and stuff. The video itself is seminal because it's probably one of the best Canadian videos of all time. I think this is a top 20 Canadian rock song of all time because it's still underrated because it's so easy to listen to and you forget how much was put into it. I think Bryan Adams and his production company put in several months before it was done. Now, Bryan Adams released it in '84 as the lead single from his fourth album, Reckless. The track deals with the subject of infidelity and is sung from the perspective of a man who declares that he will continue to run to his seductive mistress over his faithful partner. Critic Ira Robbins for CMJ called it a cheating classic. In the accompanying music video, however, Adams portrays his guitar as the object of desire. Well, according to some, but there's still a beautiful woman in the video, and she ends up at the end. Now, the song topped the Billboard Top Rock Tracks chart and peaked at number 6 on the Billboard Hot 100, where top 10 Canadian artists were few and far between after Anne Murray. It has appeared on all of his compilation albums, and the single was certified gold in Canada in '85. Now, after a tour in Asia, Adams started recording for Reckless. The recording for Run to You started on March 27, '84 at Little Mountain Studio in Vancouver and continued through the middle of the year. It was mixed only on September 21st, '84 in New York by his co-songwriter Jim Vallance. The song, written January 10th, '83, became the last song written for Reckless. Adams and Vallance originally wrote the song for, get this, Blue Oyster Cult, but the group turned it down. The song was then offered to 38 Special, who also declined to record the song, and he lost millions of dollars. Now, Bob Clearmountain, of course, was the producer with Bryan Adams. But the 3 songs back-to-back from Reckless was this time Run to You and Then Somebody. Now, it clocks in on almost 4 minutes, and it was one of the biggest A&M singles of the decade. Now, Adams wrote the riff by jamming on his guitar, but never took it seriously because he had added a really silly background vocal part to the demo that obscured the riff's potential. After writing the rest of the song and deciding to record it, he brought his entire band into the studio, and he said hearing the whole band play it was like hearing the song for the first time. And that first take is what you hear in the album now. The UK 12-inch single states on the rear of the sleeve that contains a specially remixed version, and that the original version appears on the A&M album Reckless. However, the label states that the track is taken from the album with a running time of 3:59. Now, released worldwide October 18, '84, it became one of the most successful songs for Reckless on the American rock charts, and arguably one of Bryan Adams' most recognizable and popular songs. It was his first number 1 song in the Billboard Top Rock Tracks chart, a position it held for 4 weeks. It spent an additional 5 weeks at number 2, all behind Don Henley's Boys of Summer. It also reached number 6 in the Billboard Hot 100. Now, Run to You reached the top 20 in the Canadian Singles Chart and remained there for 7 weeks, only hitting number 4. Now, excuse me for a second. The song, excuse me, that was not getting much play in Quebec, which hurt the chart hits because the Quebecers weren't really Bryan Adams at the time. Now, it was also nominated for a Juno Award, and it was the highest Canadian chart position Adams had attained at the time of the release, and became his third top 20 single in Canada. Now, it was nominated for Song of the Year, but didn't win it. Now, Run to You was released the following month in Ireland and peaked to number 8 and reached number 11 on the UK singles chart. It was the second single to chart in Europe. Now, Billboard said it was full blast rock and that Adams' raspy attack wrestles pop hooks into submission. Stuart Mason from AllMusic said Run to You was the first of the album's 6 top 30 hits, and in retrospect, one of the weakest of the lot. Well, no, but that's just his opinion, which is totally stupid. Although the song has a thundering chorus, the kind that sounds truly excellent blasting through FM speakers, there's quite literally not much else to the song. Of the song's nearly 4-minute length, Over half of the song is devoted to repeats of the chorus and an unimaginative instrumental breakdown that leads into seemingly endless vamp on the chorus to fade. The long instrumental is indicative of the theme of the music video, where the protagonist is serenading his guitar as the object of his affection. Depends who you're looking at. Most of the people knew what he was singing about. It wasn't his fucking guitar. Now, in '84, the song was promoted heavily in the episode of NBC sitcom Double Trouble. The song was also featured in the 2002 video game Grand Theft Auto Vice City. Now, the music video was shot in London, England, and later LA. Directed by Steve Barron, it was nominated for the '85 MTV Video Music Awards in 5 different categories: Best Direction, Best Special Effects, Best Art Direction, Best Editing, and Best Cinematography. While the song did not win any of the awards, it received more MTV Video Music Award nominations than any other of Adam's song. The English actress Lisette Anthony appears in the video, quite luminous, by the way. Now, Bryan Adams, lead vocals, rhythm guitar; Keith Scott, rhythm guitar, lead guitar; Tommy Mandel, keyboards; Dave Taylor, bass; Mickey Curry, drums; and Jim Valance, percussion. Now, Australia hit top 24. Belgium on the Ultra Pop 50, 19. Canada, number 4. Netherlands, Dutch, top 40, number 14. Ireland, top 8. New Zealand, top 14. UK singles, top 11. UK Billboard Hot 100, and 6. US Top Rock Tracks, Billboard, number 1. And Euro Charts, the 66th biggest single of '85. Gold in Canada, 50,000. Gold in Denmark, 45,000. In United Kingdom, 600,000 units. Now, ironically, the English urban dance act Rage, known as N-Rage in some European countries, covered Run to You in '82. After having failed to chart when released the first time in May '92, the single gained an unexpected boost in popularity due to controversy in the UK music media about the band's name. They shared their name with a German heavy metal band, but had been recording under the same name since '84. After changing the name to N-Rage in some European countries to avoid legal action from the German band, they re-released the single 6 months later, and this time it peaked at number 3 in the UK. 8 places higher than the Bryan Adams version. And the Canada Dance Urban chart went number 1. Australia 56, Austria 13, Belgium number 16, Europe 14, Europe Dance Radio 12, Finland 6, Germany 14, Ireland 4, Netherlands 12, single top 100 11th, Sweden went 6, Switzerland top 20, and 93 chart position in UK, 58, Belgium 76, Canada Dance Urban again, the re-release, 21st, Europe 83, and Germany, the official German charts, hit 60. Now, the video itself, like I said, it's a very, very, not say romantic. There's a lot of heat in this video. Now, Lisette Anthony, the paramour of the video, is best known for film Husbands and Wives as Princess Lisa. She also played in Princess Lisa in the fantasy epic Crow. Now, she was also Kristen Norris in the first series of the ATV comedy drama Wiedersehen Pat, and now born in Marylebone, London. She eventually became to a strong career by starting on the stage when she was 10. Now, a lot of people believe that she was selected directly because of her connection to what was considered a natural beauty style of that era, because long hair was in, no makeup, sort of like the Phoebe Cates style. But again, she one of my friends said the Todd was a certain Canadian actress. She thought it was one of the Dale sisters, and I said, not one of the Dale sisters. So it's kind of weird, ladies and gentlemen, the combination of, and Bryan Adams has always had a long connection with England because he's also did, a single one of the Spice Girls. But Bryan Adams, boys, Run to You, if you were horny back in the day like I was. I didn't have 2 girls to play with, as we like to say, but I had some of my buddies. I know one of my buddies lived that song, boys. And when Run to You came out, he said it was the soundtrack of my relationship. And he never married either one of them. You know why? They both found out they were cheating on each other. So, but that's one of the top lines of all time. She says her love is true, but it's so damn easy making love to you. That's a typical horny Canadian singer from the 80s, because Loverboy was like that, and different artists, Honeymoon Suite. The Canadian CanCon of the mid to late 80s, even Glass Tiger and all these bands, what a tremendous time for us. What a tremendous time. You had the Headpins, you had Haywire, you had, the Box was around too. It was great. Right before Tragically Hip. But I'd like to see like a gender neutral version of this. It'd be interesting to see, because there's a lot of gay overtones with this song. Not because he wrote it from a gay perspective, but when he said one lover leaving another lover, it's a lot of drama in the song, and the video is tremendous. Like I said, if you haven't seen it before, please do so. So that's a story of "Run to You" by Bryan Adams, probably a top 20 Canadian rock song of all time. It's still one of the most underrated rock songs ever in any place on the planet. If you like what we're doing here with our musical tributes to CanCon, let us know with a like, comment, subscribe, or share.